How do you think about DEI so that it's not an afterthought, right? So where we're thinking about it as part of the strategy and not trying to apply that at the end where it's, obviously not going to work.
Yeah, and I think, Virginia hit it right on the head in terms of it takes everybody to deal with this. But I think from a data perspective, I think, certainly with compensation and kind of dealing with that, we need to try to get tactical and develop the analysis, right, that supports information for your hiring managers, for your recruiters, and for the organization, so they can actually measure their own kind of composition and their own understanding of gender and pay. And I think a lot of times when we're trying to do these programs and there's questions on how to address it, I've asked our customers, like, have you gone through the process of analyzing your pay as it relates to gender and diversity? And most of them haven't, to be quite honest with you. So if you don't know what you're doing, it's hard to actually activate change, right? Because what you want to do is establish at least a baseline and show a rate of change over time. Now, there's a lot that goes into that process. It's the attraction of those diverse candidates, but it's also, more importantly, the retention of those candidates as they, stay and develop their career in the organization. But from getting analysis, that's a huge piece of evoking some major change in this area, because we have customers that are using our DE&I tool and analysis at that recruiting level, right? So they can inform and now bring knowledge to the recruitment team as it relates to departments that they're recruiting for, and they start to understand the gaps. And that's a open now conversation with hiring managers that is tangible, and they've got numbers behind it. They know how they're paying within these categories. They know what the deltas are. Now it's their opportunity to use that information to act on it and use other programs and other providers to support that top of the funnel, and then everything else goes behind it in terms of making sure that those individuals get hired and are integrated and are successful in their cycles with the company. Right.
Yeah, I mean, being objective is so important, so that you are basing it on something, right, that's concrete, and then being able to be consistent with that.